So I want to thank World Journal for your tremendous service you've provided to the Chinese American community for the past 38 years. And today I want to commend World Journal for boldly addressing issues pertaining to those of us in the second half of our lives. We need to have more and more of these informational forums to share information for people 50 years old and older, to make sure that all of us are living our lives to the fullest and we're able to live as we desire. Our work at AARP is focused on informing, educating, and providing necessary resources to people. So the theme of my speech today is creating real possibilities. And what does that mean? Today, tens of millions of people in their 40s, 50s, and 60s and beyond are leading longer, healthier, more productive lives. Yet many fear that as they get older, their possibilities are gone. Did you know that in the US, every day, 10,000 people turn 65 years old? And that we, Chinese Americans, are in that 10,000.
Stephanie 呢，刚才是大概介绍了一下 AARP 的这个使命哦，就是说希望可以提供这个宣导，然后呢，让更多人在过这个所谓的 second stage life， 就是你的下半生要怎么去规划一个真的很丰富的一个老年的生活。那今天他的要讲的演讲就是所谓 creating the real possibilities， 我们中文就把它叫做创造所谓无限的可能，真正的可能。那在他刚开最先提到呢，他就是说，现在呢，就是说有大概几千万是40岁以上的这个民众哈，就是在讲我们现在人呢，他活了更久，也更长寿，但是这些人常常可能都会害怕说，随着年龄的增长，我这个生命中很多种种的可能会消失，我可能没有办法去做我年轻时候能够做的事
Because AARP appreciates the value of life experience, we believe that possibilities can only expand as you age. Possibilities should be ageless. For AARP, no one's possibilities should ever be limited by their age. We want people to know that we care about their possibilities, that we exist to help them make these possibilities real.
那他特别提到，就是说 AARP 有非常重要的一个使命，就是说他们认为，每一个生命的阶段，它都有一个不同的价值。那他觉得说，这些可能性是不应该要被年龄给限制的哦。
We are and want to be a valued and trusted partner to show people their possibilities. By AARP working hard on issues that matter to people and their families, it allows people to focus on their possibilities.
那他也提到，就是说 AARP 他们是很尊重这些人的价值，然后他们觉得说他们是一个非常值得信赖的伙伴，然后会致力于就是给每一个人，然后去创造他们这个生命当中的所有的这个可能。
What do you need to start to create your real possibilities?
OK， 那究竟要怎么样来开始来创造这个所谓的可能性呢？
Health and wellness, eating healthy, exercise, Tai Chi Chuan, all these are key ingredients.
OK， 第一个就是要保持健康，你要吃得健康，然后你要多运动。那他也提到，就是说很提倡太极拳，它是保持健康很好的一种方式。
Brain health, keeping your brain stimulated, functioning, and activated is important. That's why ballroom dancing, mahjong, Chinese chess, puzzles are all good for your mind and soul.
第二个的话呢，就是要常常动脑，多动脑，要去刺激你的脑袋。这也就是说，为什么常常会鼓励很多人要去参加这个社交舞啊、打麻将啊，或者是下棋，这些都是非常有助于增进你这个头脑的功能的这些活动。
Financial security. Planning out your needs is critical, and the younger you are when you start, the better. Being able to work until you want to retire.
第三个很重要的就是你的财富，有一个很重要的原则，一定要越早规划越好。
Being able to find a job when one is older is an issue AARP has been monitoring. AARP New York State Office recently released the findings about age discrimination in the workplace.
他这边提到就是有关这个工作机会，再根据他们 AARP 纽约州自己调查的一个结果显示有在50岁以上的这所谓的亚裔女性里面呢，有大概将近一半43% 的这些亚裔女性，她们认为年龄会是导致她们没有办法找到工作的一个主要的原因。那同时呢，也有37% 的亚裔男性也这样子认为。
Now, in that report, they found that 43% of Asian women over the age of 50 cite age as a reason they have not been hired, and 37% of Asian men report the same. Now, what are some of the examples of real possibilities that AARP can help you with?
接下来他就要讲，究竟 AARP 可以提供什么样子的帮助呢？
The first one is in travel. Have you been waiting to travel for leisure? Have you always wanted to travel to a special city, country, after all of your children have graduated from college or are all settled in their lives?
这边有讲到，就是说你是不是常常希望能够规划一个旅行呢？
We just released the top 10 facts about AAPIs age 50 and older. And one of the facts is that older AAPIs travel internationally frequently. More than half, at 53%, took a foreign trip in the past 3 years versus 32% for other older Americans. AAPIs are most likely travel destinations for the past 3 years were Asia and Europe, and then it was Canada and Mexico as the next most likely destinations.
这边有提到，就是有关于这个旅行的一个数据他说呢，超过大概有一半以上的这个亚太裔，他特别提到，就是说亚太裔他们在过去3年里面呢，就曾经有一次去计划过这个国际的旅行那在过去这个3年里面的这些亚太裔的他们旅行的目的地呢，大概有16% 是到亚洲跟欧洲，那接下来的话是加拿大跟墨西哥，分别是第3跟第4。
On the AARP website, we have a whole section dedicated to travel information, tips, recommendation, savings, and for AARP members, discounts including on international flights on British Airways.
在 AARP.org 大家可以把它抄下来这个是他们的官方网站，他们也有中文的这个的网站，它在上面呢就有一个是有关于提供各种旅行的讯息，还有比如说很多推荐的行程有一些 discount 省钱的这些的 program 这样子。那他也提到就是说 AARP 的会员的话呢，它是可以享有这个 British Airways 应该是英国航空的国际机票的。
Technology. Have you always wanted to learn how to use a smartphone? AARP has a tech program being offered in select cities throughout the country. And we just piloted a training session in Boston a month ago with a Boston Chinese community.
再来是有关于所谓的科技，就是说你是不是会想要学习使用这个电脑然后智慧型手机呢？那 AARP 呢，它目前就在波士顿有一个华人社区，他们在试行这个培训的过程。那这个课程里面的话呢，就是同时有中文有粤语，主要就是要教这些老年人怎么去学习这些现代的科技。
The sessions were translated to Mandarin and Cantonese. Learning how to use technology to connect with your family, your grandchildren, your friends all over the country and world is a possibility. Keeping up with 世界日报 and other news through the computer technology keeps our minds and brains still running.
他就是有提到，刚才有讲到，就是说这些课程同时中文、粤语，然后同步的进行，就是要教你怎么样使用这些科技，可以跟你比如说远方的家人、你的孙子，然后孙女，就是保持联系的。
Let us know if you're interested in receiving this kind of training here in New York City. And if there's interest, we can ask for training to come to the Chinese community. Okay. If you're interested in learning about what's new in the technology world also, you can watch Takei's Take on YouTube. It's hosted by George Takei, who is well known for his role as Sulu on Star Trek, and his new popularity as a social media icon. Alongside his passion for acting, he has reimagined his life to use social media as a platform for civil rights, speaking of reimagining life.
他这边是有特别提到，就是说大家可以在上 YouTube 可以去search 一下这个人，他是好像星际大战的这个主要的角色之一
Life reimagined. What's next? A stage in life where people start reflecting on the meaning and purpose of their lives. They are redefining and looking for new opportunities in work and business. They are taking action to overcome fears and achieve their aspirations. And they are seeking and building a greater sense of community. They're looking for new jobs in totally different fields. And they're looking for their new life's purpose, a cause or passion. They're developing new skills, learning and discovering and finding new interests and pastimes.
这边有提到，就是说 life reimagine， 就是说你生活的新构想，就是给你的生活有一个不同的思考的方向。因为就是说我们到了下半阶段，就是说下半生的时候，常常会去思考，就是说我们的生命的意义跟目的，我们可能会寻找，比如说我工作上啊、生意上新的有没有机会，然后呢，我能不能够克服我的恐惧，去实现我从以前到现在的一个梦想。然后尝试不同的领域，找新的工作，然后去找比如说新生活的目标啊、动力啊、热情等等的。
The question is to ask, what do I care about? How do I unleash my passions? And how do I make a difference?
当你会面对这样子的这个疑问的时候呢，首先你必须要先问自己3个很关键的问题哦。第一个是你真正关心的是什么？第二个的话呢，就是说你应该要怎么样去发挥？去释放你的所谓的你的热情，然后再来的话就是说你怎么样去创造自己的一个独特性。
AARP has a program called Life Reimagined, which helps people at any stage of life envision new pathways for themselves and provides them motivation and the tools to help them achieve their goals. And we have a book out called Life Reimagined, which I would encourage you all to get a copy and read.
那他就特别提到 AARP 有一个 program， 就是我们刚才提到所谓生活的新构想、新想象。那这个的话就是说帮助不同年龄层的人可以去展开一个新的这个人生的道路。那他也提到就是说有这本书哦，大家可以去订购啊，然后来阅读看看。
People may have always dreamed about what is next, but for those who don't know what they want to do, we have some programming that might be of interest. Volunteerism, tax aid. Would you like to help others, especially other Chinese Americans, when it comes to filing taxes? AARP Foundation has a tax aid program, and it's the 3rd largest in the country. And we need more volunteers to help other Chinese American seniors file their taxes.
他这边特别提到哦，他们有在 run 这个所谓的志愿者的活动，你也可以去当义工。这个的话就是说他们有这个报税服务，而且它是排名这个全美第3，它主要是要帮助这个低收入的老人去免费报税。所以如果你有兴趣，你可以利用你的专业，比如说你有双语的这个优势，可以去帮助他们报税，你也可以来当这个 volunteer。
We'll be looking to recruit tax aid volunteers in August, and so if you especially are able to help and you're bilingual or trilingual, we very much would like to have you help us.
他们在今年的8月就开始在招募这个所谓的报税的志愿者哦。
Driver safety. Have you been a driver for your job and your profession? And would you be interested in assisting people refresh their driving skills so they can get a discount on their driver's insurance?
这边呢是driver safety， 我们就是把它叫做你可以帮助他人去提供所谓有关这个驾驶的这个技术，然后去获得有关你自己你可以获得交通保险的优惠。
And Experience Corps is a community service center in New York that engages volunteers aged 55 and older to help serve people, especially in elementary school students. So they work with schools to tutor small children and help them read.
这个的话呢，我们是把它叫做所谓的体验中心，就是说你可以到一些纽约的社区的服务中心，然后你可以帮助这些小学生啊，去帮他们提高他们的阅读水平，然后给他们一些有关教学啊或者是课后辅导相关的这个服务。
Mentorship. Would you like to impart your experience, expertise, and knowledge to the next generation? We're always looking for people to help us in this regard.
这个的话就是有关于就是常常会邀请一些相关领域的一些专业的人士，就是说可以去分享，然后去他的这个所谓的专业知识的一个传承这样。
Caregiving. Everyone will either be giving care to a family member, already caring for a member, or will be needing care themselves someday. And so we've been very fortunate to work with General Takuba, who was a caregiver, and he's helping others to really learn about caregiving.
这个话就是有关于所谓的看护的这个服务。
And so for General Takuba, the main thing he's really helping people learn about is the importance of planning, planning, and planning.
他特别有提到这个将军就是大家可以看到 Takuba， 也是呢他们的这个志愿工作者之一，他就常常跟大家分享他的这个看护的经验跟心得。那另外呢，他对于就是他个人的这个座右铭就是计划计划再计划这样子。现在他也常常在全球各大这个 AARP 的社区去演讲。
These are just a few examples of how people can create real possibilities. And we know that people in their 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s and beyond are active, experienced, and capable. And they want to remain engaged and contribute in a meaningful way to make a difference in the world.
他就是特别鼓励，然后也提到就是讲说这些所谓的老年人呢，可以去多多开发自己生命中的各种的不同的可能，然后去达到所谓的创造这个无限的可能这样子。
I'm sure you all know many people who have and are creating real possibilities. I hope you will allow yourself to think outside the box, to do what you've always wanted to do. And if AARP can help guide you on your journey, please visit our website at www.aarp.org. I will be around the rest of the day as well as my colleague June Gao, and we would love to be able to talk to you.
OK， 最后就是谢谢大家，然后呢，也欢迎大家如果有任何讯息的话，您可以到他们的网站 AARP.org。那 Stephanie 她本人呢，也会一直会在会场一直到这个活动的最后，所以如果有什么问题的话，也可以找 Stephanie。谢谢。
In closing, I hope you will all be able to learn a little bit more about AARP and what we provide, that we can be a resource to you, and that you will start to work to create your own real possibilities to reach your hopes and dreams. 谢谢你们。